All right. Good morning, Springfield. Welcome to this next edition of Chief Chat. And as all of you can see, there's an extra person here. But we'll get to that in a minute. But starting off, I'm Jacob King. I'm the fire chief here in the city of Springfield. And my partner in crime.
Good morning, Allison Elliott, Chief of Police.
Yeah. And then we have Officer Davis here to help us learn a little bit about the academy that you guys put on and some other specialties that he does. So we'll get to that shortly. But first, we want to start off with saying, I just want to say thank you to the city, to the community, everyone that came out to the ribbon cutting and opening of Fire Station number 5. That happened this week on Wednesday. So it was a wonderful event attended by a lot of people. And our neighborhood association really came out for us there. And we're just grateful for Box 27 and being able to give them their first real home in the city for that they've been around. So just excited and glad that we were able to open that station, better align us to respond and take care of our community. And thankful for the community that came out to support us in that opening. So it was just wonderful.
Yeah, yeah, and Chief King, definitely a great showing. Obviously, a testament to your team and the leadership of all of your folks, you and your folks. And I think we would be remiss if we did not take the moment to recognize and enjoy and share our congratulations from SPD for you and your team's Department of the Year through the Ohio Department of Public Safety throughout the entire state. So that is awesome. Congratulations to all of you. It makes us proud, certainly, to be able to work alongside you. And obviously, your team makes us better every day. And we're grateful to have that opportunity to work alongside all of you in public safety.
Yeah, thank you. I say us winning that award was an award to the entire city because we can't do this alone. It's through our collaboration, our work with not only Springfield PD, but every one of the divisions in the city that helped us get to where we're at today. And so it's a great team effort, and I think our entire community should celebrate the efficiencies that we have outlined and how we support each other just on the public safety side, but as well as like how we are interwoven now in between our service department, police, fire, HR, finance. And so there's just so many, all these different pieces of the city's functions that really tie us together, right? And and the best part is the part that ties us all together, that tells our story, right? So from our community engagement, right? And Trent, if there was an award for somebody, I would give it to him. He does a great job, not only hosting our podcast, but he put also a Rockstar reel out. So if you check the city's Facebook page and ours, you'll see that from the grand opening or the ribbon cutting of Fire Station number 5. So the weather was great for us there, but it may not be great the rest of this month. So, right, we want to definitely hit on the, make sure that you register for HyperReach as a way to be weather aware. And you can see on the screen where you can go to and click on and register your cell phones there, and you could do multiple addresses. So if it's a work address or a family member, just remember, right, when we get those tornado warnings, they just make a weird shape of the polygons. There are different sizes based on the flow of that weather. So you could be in the city of Springfield and not receive a warning notification because you are actually south of where that polygon in that area of concern is. They're really dialing it in. As we talked last time, right? We used to do the whole county.
Right.
Now it's like focused in on the path of where the worst weather is. So just keep that in mind, but definitely register more than one address if you have family members or work in your home, and then you'll be able to get those notifications, as well as having a weather radio allows you to be weather aware, and that's the fastest notification that comes from that. So for those pieces. Those are like the key hits I think we were going to hit on about helping keeping our community safe, right? So definitely want to turn it over to Chief Elliott, and let's talk about the Citizens Police Academy.
Yeah, thanks, Chief. Appreciate that intro. And really a great opportunity this morning to have a special guest with us here. Officer Brandon Davis, who is one of our newest officers, who is part of the community response team. And we are really excited to have him here this morning. We want to talk about the Citizens Police Academy and kind of what that looks like. But before we do get started, I do want to give Officer Davis the opportunity, the platform, to kind of share a little bit about who he is and his service here to the city of Springfield. So, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you guys both for having me. It's an honor to be a part of the Chief Chat. So, my name is Brandon Davis. I've been with the city for 6.5 years now. So, my entire law enforcement career has been here with Springfield, and that means a lot to me. I'm born and raised here in Springfield, so this was definitely the place for me, and the place that I wanted to start my law enforcement career and in my law enforcement career eventually down the line. So I got hired back in 2019 and did patrol for 6 years. So out in the community, I'm taking calls in different areas of the city, and it was really there that I kind of found my drive for community policing pretty early on in my career, working the street. I really made it a point to interact with different members of the community, and especially the youth of the community. So as I started to work the street, if I was patrolling around and something as simple as seeing kids playing, football or playing basketball, something like that, I always tried to make it a point to stop, maybe interact, ask if I could shoot a couple baskets, or go stop at a lemonade stand or something along those lines. It was really important early on for me that I really drove the fact that, law enforcement interactions don't always have to be negative.
That's right.
So that was something that really, really drove me early on, and why I kind of found that love for community policing. Throughout my 6 years so far, I've had the opportunity to do some different things within the department. I'm an FTO, so I train a lot of our new recruits. I'm an instructor in a couple different aspects as well. So I do have a pretty good hand in a lot of the training that our recruits go through, and I make sure that I pass along that community side of how we police and how we need to police to make sure that we're establishing that good communication between us and the community. Just recently, back really in the winter time, I was able to get an opportunity to do a temporary position in the community response team. And I was lucky enough to be able to kind of get the reins of Operation Thanksgiving and then also Operation Santa. My partner, Officer Zach Massey, who is the true rock star of our unit, especially. He helped give me the reins and kind of let me get that experience this past winter. It might have been me on the forefront maybe, but it was definitely Zach who definitely helped me through that entire thing. And I can't thank him enough for giving me that opportunity. But going through those events really, really kind of solidified exactly what I wanted to do. And I knew that this was the spot for me. So back in January, I was able to apply for the full-time position here in the community response team. And I was lucky enough to be selected. So we kind of hit the ground running and learning a lot, definitely making mistakes and things of that nature. But we're hitting the ground running, and it's been great.
I appreciate that, Brandon. And it's great. We are grateful that you took the time to put in for that unit, and that you have been selected to be a part of that team. And you hit the nail on the head when you said everything that we do is a team aspect. Chief King and I talk a lot about this. Obviously, our collaboration between our agencies and for the community partnerships we have. And none of this can be possible without us working together as a team. And you and Zach, Officer Massey, definitely complement one another and your drive and commitment to our agency and serving our community, but recognizing, building that teamwork inside of our agency as far as the training and your humility You did share some of the things that you are involved in our agency and community, but we really appreciate your drive for training and to make our community and agency better, because you have definitely been an integral part of our training cadre and the hard work that you bring to the table, and just how you're getting us and our training cadre into forward thinking and progressing as we move forward. So really appreciate all your efforts there.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I would also say every time that we have joint trainings with PD and Officer Davis is leading those, it's always awesome feedback about just how dedicated he is and how great of an instructor he is, even from our side going forward. So that he is top notch. So
Absolutely.
so
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. And additionally, as far as a team effort, I think this rolls right into our conversation about Citizens Academy, because of course you and Officer Massey are heading up our community response team, and you take on a lot of work, and we appreciate all that both of you are doing to make sure our community events continue. But we have an opportunity with folks who go through the Citizens Academy to also give back. And at the we'll talk a little bit about the graduation, some opportunities moving forward once you graduate from the academy, how you can help give back and participate with us in events throughout the community. But let's talk about the academy and the opportunities. Brandon, if you don't mind just sharing what Citizens Police Academy is about. And I know we have some graphics that we can put information up, because we still have availability and spaces or slots available for participants if you're interested in this next upcoming academy here in March.
Yeah. So with the Citizens Police Academy, it is a 10-week program. It is once a week. So this upcoming class, this is going to be our 35th annual Citizens Police Academy class. It's going to meet once a week. So this year will be, or this spring class will be March 26th will be the first date. So it'll be on that Thursday, and then every subsequent Thursday until May 28th, May 29th, that Thursday will be the final of the graduation. So what the Police Academy, or the Citizens Police Academy is it's a live look, or a raw look at the police department and some of our other agencies within our county, and kind of how we operate. So if you attend the Citizens Police Academy, you're going to get a ton of experience from week one with Chief Elliott here, all the way to the city manager, Brian Heck, members of the Clark County Sheriff's Office, a judge and a prosecutor from our different court systems, and then also some of our specialized units as well within our department. So our investigations units, traffic unit, our SWAT team. You're going to get a lot of different experience, and it's a great opportunity to kind of get maybe some of the questions that you have about how we operate asked and answered.
That's awesome.
would that be like a good opportunity? So if I was a community citizen that wanted to know more about, like, why does the SWAT team do it this way, or when does the SWAT team get engaged, would this be the academy to go to learn those inside elements of how does it work? Like, when did they go? What can they do?
Yeah, absolutely. The great thing about the police academy is every single week you're going to have a different aspect, or a different speaker, sometimes two speakers, to kind of figure out how we work and how we operate. So a lot of the times it's an open forum. So it's a space to where you can ask these questions. Maybe you're a citizen and you have a question about how our SWAT team operates, or how maybe a detective operates, but you just haven't had the opportunity, or the right officer, or maybe someone who's actually in that unit to ask those questions. So it is definitely a great time to get some of those questions asked, and a lot of them answered. So
I think that's great. It's a great opportunity to learn, especially looking at the detectives. Like, there's CSI out there, right? That, why aren't you guys doing CSI? Like, I don't see those jackets out there, or do you integrate with anyone else, right? With FBI, marshals, county sheriff's office, and really getting a great understanding of the entire police operation. And probably most people only think about is the patrol.
Right.
Those
Yes.
in engagements like on traffic stops or showing up to deal with an issue, and they get to see this whole other part uh, of the police division, and I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's not often, that people may have the opportunity to engage with other areas of our division. Like you said, Chief, most of the people you're going to see or you're encountering in the day to day is our patrol officers and those who are showing up to calls for service or out visible in the marked units. So it's an opportunity for you to get to learn and meet folks from our agency from different divisions and kind of understand why they do what they do and their purpose too.
Yeah, I mean that's just an awesome program, and you got some awesome people leading it. Like it's great to know that our community facing group, right, is just two solid rock stars for the city. Just going out there and helping promote this element. Do we know when is the last day you can sign up?
Yeah, so March 19th, that's going to be the Thursday before the start date of the Citizens Police Academy. That is going to be the last day, the deadline for signups. We still have plenty of spots available. So I definitely encourage anybody that may be even remotely interested in signing up to definitely consider it. And it's not it doesn't have to be a full commitment. If there's maybe 1 week that you may miss, that's okay. That's okay. We encourage if you can make most of them. It's definitely an informative thing to go through.
Yeah, there's no ticket or citation if you miss a class.
Yeah,
No,
no,
okay.
we won't issue a warrant or anything for missing a class. So.
And you won't get a text message saying that you have a warrant either.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely learn about a lot of scams running around today
Yes,
as
yes.
well.
Yeah.
And so you had mentioned, Chief Elliott, about at the end of the program, some ways to give back.
Yeah. So at the end, we always use the opportunity at graduation to bring in our Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association group in. And they are similarly to Box 27. They help us tremendously, whether it be, you may have seen them at Memorial Day parades and helping us with traffic control and intersections, or just the various events that we have, Operation Thanksgiving, Santa, National Night Out. You'll see our Citizens Police Academy alumni volunteers showing up to help out. And that's an opportunity where you'll get to meet them at the graduation night and have the chance to learn a little bit more about that program and if you want to get involved moving forward.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's a great opportunity, and we recognize that Citizens Police Academy is a big commitment. It's a lot of time, and we understand that. I definitely think from the feedback that we've received over time, and that feedback is important, and we have learned that a lot of folks have walked out of there, for whatever reason they chose to enter into the academy and learn about us. They do come back with positive feedback about how it has changed their perspective or opened their eyes to a lot of things as far as why we operate the way we do and how things just kind of work collaboratively, and how important it is that we have that collaborative effort throughout the entire city. So, but with that too, the feedback is huge. And I know, Officer Davis, we've talked a lot about this with you and Officer Massey. We've actually changed and made some tweaks to our program every year and every session based on that feedback we receive. So that's important. That people
Yeah.
share that.
I think something that's really, really important. The Citizens Police Academy is for the citizens. It is very, it's a very hands-on look at how we operate as a division. However, it's also very, very important as us, as a police department, to kind of hear what the citizens are thinking, whether it be concerns that they have for the police department, or maybe they're bringing up something that they don't quite understand of how we're operating, or they bring up something where, hey, you guys did it this way. This was something that we may maybe some recommendations and things like that. And like you hit on, It's definitely feedback that we take every single week, and we go back and we say, hey, this was brought up in the last Citizens Police Academy class, and maybe we need to look at something in a different way and kind of tweak and change some kind of how we operate. So
Absolutely.
not only is it a great program for our citizens, but it's also a great program for our police department as well to make sure that we're constantly staying connected with our community.
That's it. Absolutely.
Those are awesome points. And to look at the fact that, if you want to change maybe how the police department operates, the police division, this is the program to get engaged with. It allows you unfettered access to the top individuals in the police division and gives you the opportunity to bring forward some issues that you may have faced to potentially change how they operate, to learning how they operate as well, right? In a different sense, and just a whole new light. And I think that's a great opportunity for anyone in our community. And as you had stated, a lot of changes have come through to change how the Citizens Police Academy is structured. So if you went through this a few years ago, don't hesitate, right? Come on back, right? Learn, see what is different today than what it was when you were, went through it maybe a few years ago.
Absolutely. Yeah, we know, so many things are changing in society. So many things are evolving. Law enforcement is evolving, and we have to make sure that we're staying up with that as public safety agencies. And part of that evolution and forward progress that we're making as an agency for our community is through the Citizens Police Academy and the feedback that we're receiving.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Any last words as we go to wrap this up?
Yeah, actually, I think Officer Davis is going to share some of the upcoming events and programs to keep in mind from the community response team aspect.
Yeah. So coming up, we have a couple things that we'll either be a part of or actually putting on. So come April 25th, in conjunction with Clark County Developmental Disabilities, I believe we'll be at the fairgrounds again. We'll have our Project Blue envelope.
Oh, nice.
Which was we had one back in, I believe, the winter time.
Mhm.
The weather kind
A little
of
chilly.
the weather kind of deterred some of that, but we will be out there as part of that program to assist. And then also coming up in June, so June 5th, we will have our annual bike rodeo, and that is going to be for kids 6 to 13 years old. And what that bike rodeo is it's a great way for us to interact with some of the youth in our community, to teach them bike safety, some bike path etiquette, some tips and tricks. We'll have our bike team out there, so a lot of specialized training that those officers have received to give some tips and tricks on how to help ride the bike a little bit better. And that is a great event that's helped put on by a lot of our volunteers and the health district and the fire department. And then the big one every single year, we have National Night Out. That's the first Tuesday of August. So I believe it's August 4th this year. That's down at the Veterans Park. So that is pretty much everybody, any local law enforcement agency within the county, the fire department, a lot of local businesses. And it's a great opportunity to come down, interact, touch a truck. So be able to tour a lot of our police vehicles and fire vehicles, free food, free entertainment. And we also do a huge bike giveaway as well. So those are kind of some of the upcoming events that we have throughout the year.
And we'll make sure that we put some information out on Facebook and the city's Facebook page to remind folks when those events are coming.
Yeah, definitely. Well, all right. Well, we're wrapping it up for this edition of the Chief Chat. Just want to say thank you for joining us. Hope you have a great rest of the month, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you. Enjoy your weekend.
And thanks, Officer Davis, for being with us
Appreciate
today.
you.
Thank you guys for having me.